So on Adom TV is a Office of the Special Prosecutor versus Kenneth.
Maminsha say na munyan ko bi eso ehwame ewa Ahanta West. Ahanta West for so.
Oh nice.
Oh veteran of the party.
Yeah.
3 times constituency secretary, 12 good years as constituency secretary.
Oh nice.
Our friend Opozo. Also a chair by your phone engineer.
Ozie Johnson.
It's a special prosecutor.
Yeah.
Maminsha say me preamble I'm the special prosecutor na there what I can say na there Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo 8 years of 8 years in government na appointment a oye na nyina there me fi say why am from so kaspa na this in the OSP office.
Okay. The creation of special
all
prosecutor.
the appointments are oye na nyina no baby oya appointment Sintobem.
Okay.
Both even beginning.
Okay.
First person and second person omba di egwa na nyina no. Mfum so kase a oya pa wa na appointment no ya OSP.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Is it the creation of the office and as a Crawford they occupy office?
The office creation in the first place wasn't necessary.
Was not necessary.
Secondly, all creative we no 1 hour the one could dinner no so almost a problem. The reason why I make the master there. Special prosecutor issues anytime be about public domain for discussion no a controversial. Mamun Kai one thing, and I was expecting my brother to draw those things in. Timer, the issue be by so okay government official one.
Yeah.
Okay, Airbus.
Yes, Airbus be yeah.
Good. I'm a no investigation by one person and then it didn't work with in the power. Samuel Adom Mahama. So back I didn't a year.
Yeah.
Samuel Adom Mahama.
Yeah.
Na Samuel Adom Mahama it's Habruchiri where a citizen of I think US or so.
UK, I think.
UK. Yes, UK. Citizen of UK, but related directly with the current president.
Okay.
No who investigation by we didn't declare the person fugitive. But na investigation by na kisa gaben and I say a special prosecutor up and down by and I remember quite well Martin Amido came up after Onuru no Babu Bodin one investigation no more from government official 1 and government official 2 and those who were involved. Kisa Gabimba take over no na case na eda na docket. He has to travel, use our taxpayers' money, travel to UK. No acquire Nipakona or no UK citizen, no. Interview. No we be say how assembly see in Portugal. So no journalist because media current. So the conclusion part of it. Oil docket Ghana for how the government official 1 has concluded that. Ebi which me aka.
Ebi onye.
So we've suddenly swapped that one away. It's not part of our discussion again. Okay. Nobody is interested. Secondly, OSP office, Korea. And before even I moved to the second one, the first one, your friend saying Adam, Samuel Adom Mahama. Crimes, and I say, and some people hold more. So who committed that particular crime now? And I'm saying Ghana ever treaties with that country or the country that the person lives in can easily trigger some extradition. Country
Sure.
We haven't done that. We are far embassy, and we have not requested for any extradition from UK government. We haven't done that.
That is no case of
the Samuel Adom.
Samuel Adom, okay.
On nature no. Special prosecutor kulia ayeka ho asamaye. Eba gina ha. Declare a friends and kind of ata fugitive.
Yeah.
No ordinary to red alert notice.
Yeah.
Say yan kofa de pakona emfambra. Onu na sisiala okay the when you feel on answer na why investigation maybe some questions about investigation na this OSP yay or they concluded there nipa ko no fugitive and I disagree with all of us even from a doc there nipa ko no we gwana if Ghana he didn't run away. Go and check the records. We took even before he leaves this country, no, or notify government there. At that time, he wrote to the government there. So much of now.
Special prosecutor.
No. So nobody disputed that the man didn't run out.
No. My point has been that look, either say we're Johnny and now we're Johnny. When I will declare the fugitive. Should I say when I was with Johnny?
Okay.
It was Johnny dear. Anything a man can say, what to me crown? Why do you?
Yes, I agree with you. So, or no, on Johnny or Corset, no, yeah, no, oh, maybe I see the hospitals are all Ghana until a year kind of for that.
Or say,
okay,
or say, kind of rata, any president could for this agenda 111. Said doctors no Ghana crown and be a only Jidu Mumua. Or made agenda 111 hospital and we see attack Adam Muyen.
Exactly.
Here for doctors no America, never sunny.
Unfortunately, your vice president, the doctors of America by or by over some or person Yarewa. And who chooses what hospital that you even in Ghana?
Okay.
Oh yeah, Obi no choose a hospital demo.
One happen with Nyoko.
So
and it's a Nyabansi on the corner.
Nyabansi on the corner. No hospital or person or decided so about hospital no Ghana ha or another decision. Anabibwa. Incha aban na nka otua kan na nkere e bia aban mom no wan fa na ama onye den on send who yare or Ghana na ode equal outside the country. Then you are talking about your taxpayers' money. But now, or no one is sick and feel say the doctors who are breaching our no year, no or the choir on the bonnet away and the headache.
Okay.
And the other one I paid a year there. Say a year them a year investigation I say or ye obianka which me abagana na waba dina sam na ade nyina. Yes, or any choice say obetumi me aba. Kese Ajabin was not looking for him to prosecute in the court of law. Kese Ajabin was looking for him to ask him questions regarding investigation. Not that time, not on file case be our court today, or you said a kind of for it, no. Now, all you should be Ambanipakuno Bano Abayano. If you can use taxpayers' money, no, I fly aqua UK, aqua you will be interview ever hodmo. No, be our yard passo. Or no Nipano UK hodmo. Why can't you use the same taxpayers' money to go and interview him?
Oh, US.
Sorry. Yeah. Go and then interview him over.
No, he has even gone there.
So, why is he pursuing that the man should be
on
here?
about 2 occasions.
Third one, man no oba by mremuno. Second of all, even Bagana Hampo Nessa, you are inviting him to special prosecutor office, no so kwa. You are beside a question regarding investigation. Now, who can say Obakata me yano? Or who can man who can say Mama on yano, copy say you have file a case in our court.
Sure.
So what are you looking for him? Look, if you have enough evidence, Obakata said there, or yeah, Bonabi. I'm a Ghana channel. I'm a Bonini so grievous. To that extent, they are able to extradite in Aba. Bonia are able to extradite in Pakono once we have treaties with US government. Bonia, I have to say, a friend causing financial loss to the state. Oya Adibia, if convicted in the Pakono between a prison more than 1 year, no, then the person qualified for him to be extradited. So if you have evidence, why don't you file that? Going, if you remember at the Attorney General, no press conference now, the last time. Now. Attorney General Akade, he's still waiting for OSP to bring all the necessary documents that they can use to trigger the extradition process. Till date, no munyam fambai. Since I almost say the new air court. File court, go file all your documents and ask for him to come and respond to all the allegations made before him. And after that, Kese Ajabin as special prosecutor, or the Nekwa, or Binimo Eka say you can try the case in Asantia.
Yeah, Asantia.
It's not true. The reason is that this case now of filing, a friend say Keno Afurata enya appear before the court. So incha or appear before the court.
Okay.
Na ebia or excuse no one I say or sra kwan no free Ghana kwa. That one they can try the case even if you see the person is not around. But if he has not made first appearance in court, if he has not made first appearance in court, they cannot try the case without
but
him.
When the court gives you opportunity to represent yourself, that's a when your lawyer the court will surely not wait for you.
The court can only try when you are absent because when you appear first and you are unable to appear again.
Because so now case in the court, court be date, yeah the free case. You have shep bako mienu miensa. Nani nyina oma without any reason. The court will not wait for you.
No, that particular that they can force to bring him, but that one. They have to write to the authorities over there for them to bring the person to come and answer.
It's a fact. The issue is said through court. Court ni here say be sure ketin say because tabuasi say Ghana Airways money dey free US the Ghana.
But you see,
you serve the question say you serve Nensa ka copy of that service.
There are so many ways of doing it.
Say Nensa timi ka copy of suit ne dia. Then ubenya court date also the back court. A drunas went to me and you give a reason the entity want to be man. But a quiet baku mienu miensa no enya evidence and they are dance be a fan say wait till I mean to be my court. Dear court and can was say Mama Pacha and there were fresh case in court. None pano appear before court in the dark. There are so many processes that they can do. One, they can try the person through a Zoom or communication in a way. Through that, the person can hand over the case to his lawyers. And the lawyers now debated that. But for him, if you are not hearing from him, the panel you file a case or court, one back court that. Nay, say because only court yeah, but try case. It's like I said, there be no dear, Obiano bit me trying to
say. That was what I meant. That's the point I was making.
But certainly say, your freaking of Rata Nas and Saka. Court and Krata Nibi. Nasa Krata Maba could be any
court to be have any problem. You remember through his lawyers or see more or more here and say Kisaja Ben to file the case in court. And then the person will come and respond. The reason is that they don't want you to sit down and declare the person fugitive without or just getting the necessary documents available. Over to Abonepakone charge there. They know and they know. Mamma come put by saying maybe
30 seconds.
Now, as some I can, to be honest with you. You were very fair to the nation, to the station by distancing yourself from it. Don't conclude that the person is a thief. Don't conclude that the person never could know airborne. Investigation, our way. Or tell ye, pa, no more you be hot more or say, but on yet to say. Until so often say, Nepakune bona, why you no umbra number yano. Why do you even conclude that Nepakune di boneno? How many cases now the friend saying Kisaja been to court or win it? Since I am appointing a special prosecutor, beginning from the office in Crampo, from that time, no, office from 2019 or so. Till date, one and no offer prosecutor and same, no court prosecutor de bimda.
Special prosecutor.
Special prosecutor.
Okay.
Oko de bimda. That particular office, has never served its purpose. Ever since I entered the office, until no case don't conclude that the person
I am member of the MPP
allegations there you can make you can attack the word alleged.
But it's Medasi. Well, no, ECOWAS court issues with relation to the say sacked the former Chief Justice. Say sacked.
Yes.
Yeah. So the sacked Chief Justice. And ECOWAS there. A pin fee says, "Man, no go traso." Safari or threat the mom do. Go trust na dey say, "Man, pedi so apam na dey won kwotena maybe na dey." Won need jonaja asem fa na asem nko. That's an audit here or china na dey see at na dey apia na dey see at. Think as go traso kra na asem fa na asem nko. Ana no munya adwen.
Adwen dey me said that ne omonya adwen. Say okay. Me say na say a ECOWAS asem ba ye na me ne me yiri tie news. Na me yiri say na mami nani eden. nke betimi anko ntwa sem nso e
se na manfo kana now you can't one that can go ntwa so kra no
the aka na say nanso
wala ni yiri yaage
sabe na ya rambe 3-4 no a se mubetu nsa didi no kan sa
da be ni adidi
madi ya no betimi
na yetie news na yakoda na bi ya no yi anu no
ya no ko fa sa ba
ade asabde tiani ya mudi abufu da be ko ya mpaso ano so di adabraka on say Ghana for yesu ni e ban no ye nheda mpe ye ho asem bebre enti edu ba bi na se bi a asem ba efie na wudi bim kra ye si German nka so at least for the purposes of peace enipa kakra bi na timi gina omona so te said the former chief justice former
sack
mentimi use sack
former
or a former
yes or sack or a former
or a former chief justice enipa kakra bi na betimi akase me de asemwe no meko akomanim
okay
se onse sensu fawa yesi sensu fawa na ehu emaban nyina ayiwama onu bado ne de ose se maban no kura beyi na ma nsu ni mfa no nko kire se esanse woye mranim ni nti so ahu na mranim akonya no watena de wosoro paa ni nti no emi se ofo se enoma bi entwa yi
okay
enti se wowo agapade bi a obetimi ede ne nkwa ne kra ato ho no de agya nchirima emi se sa kunwe ne se so okun
okay
matise nkofo bi ka se emre bi nanka o huntumi se nko kaseti asa no ma bi sei ebi mo so se wokai se emi se na Akufo-Addo so ba no use article 146 na
for electoral commission then
exactly
okay
you see me problem pa enye ma me ne ko awoku
okay
ena me problem pa so nye President Mahama pamo awa pamo ma me na free ho me problem pa was ansem yemu no article 146
article 146 the amount kwame the statutory leaders a free office okay
because you see
the entire article 146
from 1
to the last
article 146 from 1 to 10
okay
wo issue oni nyina
okay
wo issue oni nyina ho menye lawyer but at least see yesu akwasi broni kasa betimi kan brofo a mete ase AI so aba timi type BBC
e ma na kire mase
na mame so ati ase me wo problem wo ho nyina na and I see say that particular article 146 was a deliberate weapon eye akudie bi a ya sha da bo e de ato ho say so we are president na so no obi wasem a yusu sadie no de fatia na yi ni firi ho simple because you see so we share na obi be ka choro say President Mahama anya hwe the same thing obi so be ka choro say ex president Akufo-Addo no wotumi no ono so anya hwe constitution no na ama no ho kwan say on fast processes we mu na on fanye so the whole problem is the procedural issues
okay
so what you say beyond the procedural issues no the killer weapon the intention the hidden intention of the sitting president
okay
now ye twaso ni atwaso a sadie we ebedi enya
article 146
article 146 bedi enya enti se me akwasi ene se dachi bia no party bia to aba ama me se me yi Nessa me feel say me ni alaji wa asema. One forces. Na me amate matimi committee. Omo so nyina aye me nanfofo.
Okay.
Omo ye me party ma. So what you say? Omo supporto adwene na da mitirimu no. Salaji. Yino negu nanim ase. Am dia mamo. Am tim baby. Ohinta di akire. Santini ka cho so ohinta di akire sanity. So
obi asuntum.
Me dia mamo na metim baby because munim adwene da mitirimu ntinu. Mo be ye adwuma na ma me pepe agenda setting.
Is that thing baby a challenge kase no wo ye ade a friend stated misbehavior.
Oh.
Now who defines a stated misbehavior?
That
one is the committee.
No,
it's the committee.
Media me see baby me gina no. The hidden intention. Ubetimi aye bone. Ebi nsu kura no anye bone. What you say? Ubetimi aye bone. Ebi nsu kura na tio. Yaka kisi aja bia sem sisi ya. Kisi aja benyem onye enyem pipi ne appointee no. Ana kisi aja ben no senka ne ye bo politics ye beka se kisi aja ben ye MPP ni. Ana anya sa. Say MPP for appointee there. Everybody will point at fingers on you say we MPP.
But so we are appointee Martin Amido so MPP ni.
Ah, na Martin Amido sabre no ne NDC ti ni ye.
No, no chese no MPP ni so.
No.
Ono chese no MPP ni so.
Sabre no. You see there are certain facts no maybe we have mean can platform you say. So what I say. By be share we chire why betimi di hu nkomo.
Hey dog.
Oh, eti Martin Amido ba no ba ye no. Ah, ye fancy ya. Eti ke ba bia betimi aka say. Kisi eja ben de. No nti say Martin Amido. Ekiti eja ben kra no classroom. Ana. Say no UPSC. No teacher need to say me. So eti said ye sisi nkrofo say Professor Jampo ye NDC ni no. So party ni appointee wa yesi wo ye say and you pe wumpu atade na be hyew.
Yeah.
So what you say? But the president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, eba ye no we ni kisi Japan. Also betimi ni na ye aduma nya sa. E no ni ye aduma. What prevented him from saying say whether say why ye bone attorney general why ye bone ana wonye bone no. So betimi eno aye den aye aduma.
Okay. So doctor, what share ECOWAS ruling here by e wona be ba. But
so eti anka there's nothing wrong with it but for the use of Article 1 forces.
Okay.
ECOWAS I say me ubebisa say be kwa kwesi say. ECOWAS no ani 2 years say. What is said now say na say ECOWAS say omo be put 2 forces together to go and fight insurgents terrorists in West Africa no matter. Yet we say
I to be to the ECOWAS court and some no came kusiaga.
You see the sovereignty of a state, any other issues, you know. ECOWAS, what ECOWAS can do is probably to give an advice.
No, but if all those sovereignty akobo apam, and by that apam no, you commit yourself to that organization. Now your sovereignty no do not stand as a whole. Because of the sovereignty no akobo apam ni shame. Any force. Enye chinchina na tese ko bia join African country bia join ECOWAS. And I said, you know West Africa part.
ECOWAS the key responsibility as a trade bloc.
Yeah.
So what you say?
Yeah.
I think in recent times, normally issues of security, governance,
when they started having these insurgency issues. Yeah.
But my point is this. ECOWAS is to deepen democracy in West Africa.
Yeah.
Omonte hona Watara, Cote d'Ivoire, the oil. ECOWAS Parliament or Makandio. The authority no matter exercise to make sure that what Ouattara is doing in Cote d'Ivoire or must stop.
Are you saying with ECOWAS court jumping into this case by virtue say Mame Tokonodia Kwakwada court the ruling and answer any verdict from the court no ain't me nya hold beer on Ghana na.
And I make say even if they are going to give court to Bena Madam Tokono the call, I think in the UK. I think Commonwealth Court.
Yeah.
When they brought their issues, so as here, we study everything that they said, issues that Madam Tokono and the lawyers are presented to the Ghanaian courts.
But that wasn't, it wasn't a court, it was a Commonwealth Lawyers Association.
Yeah. Okay. So everything that they presented was a year. Ya can't want some, my many dear cocotam, ya can't some or home. So, more recommendations on my year. You could see saying. Some more program, be a friend, you could see saying. Number 2, you see, the same way. ECOWAS cannot come to Ghana and force the Ghana government. Such in China, reverse your decision. Let's farm a ministry. So, it will not.
When I'm reading from part of the ruling of court this weekend. I say Justice Tokono's case establishes a prima facie case of violation of human rights to a fair hearing under Ghana Constitution and the ECOWAS protocols.
Yes.
Which falls within its mandate.
Exactly.
Yes. So that
I'm not deviating from that.
That particular one the already is the substantial issue pending before the ECOWAS
court.
And the same thing was presented in Ghana.
We have signed a treaty with ECOWAS,
exactly.
And we are banned. Ghana is banned by this particular thing. If they rule in favor of the lady, we are bound to respect that.
So,
and the lady is not there for them to reverse the decision that she has been removed.
Okay.
She wants fair treatment because she is saying that
when you're fair trial, even at the committee level.
Exactly so.
Yes.
So on your fair trial, you want them, even if they rule, they'll fair trial. Not on pursue be she has already she's satisfied with that.
Exactly.
But for Ghanaians to say there, she has been given fair trial. Abra on your damn fair trial, or no contest where ECOWAS.
So fairness way. And one are Commonwealth lawyers, I can't want to say she has not been treated fairly.
Exactly.
She was not given hearing. Mamma, the issue no aqua courts.
And because it wasn't a court, it was an association.
Yeah, no, what they said the same, so aqua court were how the same issue. Or they are called fair hearing.
Yes.
So it is. Yes. Well, your whole press conference.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now the thing is that once it gets to ECOWAS, okay, Obetim cried their international courts when it borders on her integrity. So it is here. Now, the point is that as to whether whatever judgment that the ECOWAS will come up with, so the courts in Ghana will be ready, especially when it goes against the government.
Okay.
So that is where my point is coming from.
Okay.
All right. So for me, I perfectly agree with the fight I will fight because her image and integrity is at stake. Secondly, she must, whatever she is doing, ever set a kind of precedent, create a kwambia to her.
Okay.
So what I say, I'm a who say, I mean, there are issues in our constitution that we need to work on. All right.
Doctor,
for me, I think say, she can fight and fight and fight. For me, I don't have any problem with it. But if Ghana would respect that international treaty with ECOWAS, respect other international treaties that Ghana has joined, nese the rule in Iba, nese omo person respected there, then of course it will even deepen our democracy and the rule of law.
But I say,
Yankopon 7 previous obekum obi a odika say na adwen
There be almost a bosom. When the boss want to kill, the first get you mad. I yet know what you be saying now.
By a coupon there,
we don't there. Yeah, we wear coats and I will be man. And in fact, we say that. This man goes. I have some new person who are not myself. That's a doctor. Church-in. Baby, you are much rare, dear, but we marking out all the cacra science here. Say, yeah, Doctor, we say, yeah, mamma, no. Media obeti me one vacancy be at the home man. Me real me submission na machere no. Yidi se be bua no pa. Na emra me na naka kire me say yaw. Akwantu mu awe aya hwe ho yie. Na ye ni no kureka ni. Na ye wo mra nim ni. Ti asam no wa asem e de pa emra ene ye boka. Ye nka no kure ho. Dr. Mpacho ye wondo kureka ni wo koto. Yase mra nim ni. Na mu menye no kureka ni. Ye nhye no nso. Emra ema enti do bitimi dibim so we ko je.
Emra esem na ye ka. Article 146. Yes sir. Yeah. The akire ne say yesusu se wadwuma wo ye na mu na ho a. Na ye yi o mampanyina so tira. Ho kwan se wo gina so no fasa amra kwan no so e de eyi ofiri ho ebito ye ma me Charlotte say no kra de na menua mu gina mu den se wo ye ndisi ni e ma bi mu kra de kasa bi a eya kire se bi mpredua so dog de say wan kan yi na wo de bufu ko ho a anhwa na ye bibi me kire empaso asem kra ma ye kan ya kire ye mami enso mampanyi na dada na Adom aye hu se emra na ogina so na ogina emra no so edi ye mami firi o sa ono so emra nim ni mpa cha o meboa me kire ye mami Charlotte se so ye lawyer enso ohun se na asem odi o na asem nye de o emra no se na eka na ye de emra na di ne nya no kure na ye de adi no ote na ho ase menka se eno nti ye mami no nso say yes no onte no ase na me worry ni say we Supreme Court judge me de say Dr. Akase no ho kwan akwanya se nka o fight sad dem in the case say bia anko nanim ama wa mbu ho attenda na court na wonyi ni no eno amu na wo ye Supreme Court judge wo ho court say asem na o ka no odi anim o se mente me ho ase ba pagya firi o man mu e de akọ ECOWAS court it is na o pa kire say wa ankasa court ho no na wo nhihye bi no ana o mo na o munya adwuma no na gidi anim sa no na asem na e ka kire o mamu no maame wo be su koto moja kora article 146 na ayi wadi sese uduku kra na aka wa ndimi nkofa nebom ka wonya abotre na wanya hantan a ebi anke nuru sa da buka so ya hantan da na kwachire mbacha so bet matretre twi kasa na ma yi ho afri o beda se nebom se wan prim na koma sa de betima yusu
ya no so kra nya
se ne wo do abi se hantan na so
ya
wa kuma pre ene wa hantan nso bi wa na kuma edu e wa de on so fight ade na onwie ya onte no was me mu bia
ya ka so prima kuma say ya tu fukura wuntie
na se bia na ekoso yi
but say ya wun kutu no fu no so wuntie
oh enti afuto be da say wa so wo yire kwa ka say ontwa so nti obi nka bi nkire no
oh say na me che say we see officially we na say we tia we cancel 7 enti me use me yire because me me yire di sankomo ba wo de we use pa mami won kosia no ntulu ene bia we prim na ko ma say chenche
ye say bia na obi kura aka say de o ka because ne ye na wo ye na
As when in Bibi a yen. Nemo mine no sabi, and yo dear, your mouth to me, secuta to me na. One for to me now, and yet the S of the year. O mamuno on quasi a to me influence them. President Yato Abayamano 4 years. O sign also a 2 man mra. O man in Indy. Bajo yesa. Yama metamanu who saw be Chief Justice no. The unity. O say or 2 akunana or quayatim akunyan home mra. Ye unity. And now 2 o mamun mra. Ye unity. As in Busani say, ya womrebi where your constitution no say, Otua, ye jinaso etchawaswana. That's why it's yes. In intermediate, Menquara drink, Ebiana, Utime Yameba. And I would me Yamiaba.
Oh, Mama,
Would me any bar.
Ah, Miss Otimi or no, Etimi Womeba.
Ah, okay.
Ebi also know where Miniaba. Or your bank, what the mammy, no mammy. Senka, a bit to me, a
baby uncle was 17, 18 years.
A bit to me, my 2 uncle, baby actually.
Okay.
Na area sense so says I walk over near 2 for say pound to magu never. Now was so fair. Ejano. Sa akwadane ba na ni titi say ya be ma dia say be nyu obìnrin ka so ngro ni pietu.
Yes.
Ebi na na atoye maami ntimi de one vacancy aka. Say me wo hwa MPP fo ani abre. Enya Ghana fu. Ani abre kabi man no maami mate so mo ko omo national level no. Ti we ma organizer na be fata be me support. Koko bo mo a.
Better see ya bereba. Isa.
The last part to me, I'm very interested. But let me say this.
So about one.
You see, first of all, my main doctor Yadra. You see that in time 146, the article 146 is problematic, especially when it comes to clause 6.
Okay. 146.
Clause 6.
Clause 6. Okay.
If you look at clause 6, problem or what clause 6 in the day, it has not stated anywhere that in the case of removal of Chief Justice, there should be a prima facie case established against the person. What it says is that once a petition is being presented or sent to the president in consultation with the Council of State shall establish. You understand?
Okay.
The prima facie has been missing. But look at clause 2.
Okay.
146 clause 2.
Okay.
That talks about the removal of other justices than the Chief Justice.
Okay.
The other justices, that's the Supreme Court justices.
Yeah.
So when you come to clause 4, then it's established clearly that prima facie case must be established. That is, who is going to even find out when I know about who prima facie case, the Chief Justice, whom the petition has been referred to, but establish a prima facie case before a committee is set up. And don't forget, we have 3 institutions here from the separations of power.
Okay.
The executive, the legislature, and the judiciary, which is also a very powerful arm of government. And you see, removal of the president, you see the process that it goes through. Very rigid process. Removal of Speaker of Parliament requires a lot of process that even include voting.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the removal of the other arm, that is the judiciary, or the obi biara or the petition, baba biano, then you just consult with your Council of State and start triggering the process to remove the person. You see, nobody is saying the process now more fast than there is nowhere in the constitution process our first away but me
Okay.
But it doesn't make sense, sorry. There, but Obia oil that one arm of government. the executive anyhow. Now a friends and the legislature anyhow no more. The only arm that will sustain us. And remember, there Ghana Hano, coup, AC wa Ghana ha. The executive is gone. The parliament is going off. The only arm that sustained the country, a legislature.
In a military regime.
In a military regime. That's why I'm saying there. Say so overthrew constitution now.
Yeah.
Not yet. But the arm of God, listen, the legislature will still persist. Or still
The
exist.
judiciary.
The judiciary, sorry. You remember 1979? The same issue here, but there go. Chief Justice issue here, Justice Apollo. And then if you look at 2-4 versus Attorney General, the same issue here you discuss here, but even when Parliament acquired or rejected Justice Apollo as Chief Justice, somebody took it to court, and that is 2-4. Against the Attorney General at that time. What the court rules was that you have to intervene in the exercise or the job of the legislature because almost we are almost different arm exercising their legitimate duty. But what the case in the any day we can rule. So the case was between the Attorney General and ex-party, the Speaker of Parliament. So the Supreme Court at that time says no. Speaker of Parliament they ain't to because or no any one arm of government that is exercising their legitimate duty. But the rule there, this is Akpalo, or yes, and over Parliament for vetting. Because the Justice Akpalo was the Chief Justice at that time, and there is no need for you to reappoint the person again and then refer him to Parliament for vetting. Even though Parliament, you're all right, but those things were quashed. And they reinstated Justice Apollo at that time as the Chief Justice of this country. And you say they seeing now they being seen. Justice Tukono is fighting for her right.
So when you would have maybe I'm a challenge because your way say you're in a Chief Justice. If say Mama Tukono kudim kura even at the ECOWAS court.
Yes.
Based on DNA betim DA Justice Paul Bafubone at the free
office. Okay. Mame, I will come and conclude on that particular issue. Okay. But Mama Pede yet as and I say in that view of and I say about to me some name we in there. And Mammy no on Code Yansa and Fanum Cosiho.
Okay.
As Chief Justice.
Okay.
Case I order her before ECOWAS court in the day. One. Or no field there. Until time now, yes, investigation about her. No petitions now, yes, no. Definitely, I say interview or no sooner view.
So in general, where office were not fair trial at the prima facie committee.
Exactly. And Article 19, if you look at the Constitution very well, Chapter 5 is dedicated for this particular. Chapter 4, Chapter 5 starts with Article 12 and end at 34. The whole thing is dedicated for human rights. It starts from Article 12 and at 34 or 33. All these clauses are dedicated for human rights. And 19 specifically talks about fair trial. So now, if Odi Nipakune Kokot, na Nipakuna, and I say, oh, friend Nipakunu has some Yakaka. Obisi my essay. No one to me a man of crime or Mzumba Yano. Or no son to me and the reason why the man don't see. Now at the end of the day, even when if you listen to some of the lawyers, when we say even investigation wasn't concluded. Or muko break. Say but sanso babak bium na sanso efra sam na bium. And but before you present the report as president. And President did report to know whether President Edwin did report to know. Well, reading the report to know. Well, I think the following day or so, now you're appointing a acting Chief Justice.
Which is constitutional.
I'm not saying it's unconstitutional. I'm talking of the fair trial issue that we're talking about.
Fair trial because the issue is if you will be there's challenge your person will deal with that. You deal with it at the committee level.
Is it the issue about fairness and
unfairness? So, you transition from the committee to the president.
You see,
or no president only any powers again to call you say, okay, when the other alpha also they want to
No, what I'm trying to say today, the
any powers No, W. You see, initially,
yeah,
okay, say, they invited Justice Tokon,
yeah,
and any team, and quiet meeting
at a committee level,
yeah, say Bemana Bekana 7
yeah.
The woman came out, and then the committee got offended, the presidency got offended. Okay.
The presidency got offended, saying.
We say the first plea.
The Obaya press conference.
I can't say
the OC
was
yeah, where she cited say baby,
she wasn't given opportunity.
Any baby,
even the lawyers
where the
committee was allowed in.
But I know they will the presidency didn't BM because of how or be in the presidency, not because of the committee's work.
She even asked for Obisa quite do the abono.
Yeah,
which I think she was given copy
from the presidency.
Exactly.
But see committee they am a copy. Yeah.
Then the presidency felt say they have been betrayed.
So, my name is
my answer my phone line say 0302211701 0302211702 0302211703 na ye ni enkomo.
So that me partner say fair trial na ye ka ho asa.
Okay.
Say obi fraw and asa obi dey asam to so. Na ye fraw what table so say ye say and ye tie wasam.
Yeah.
Mrama who kwan say before ba appear before the committee no. Owo ho kwan say o do lawyers bako.
Okay.
No ukopo na say opa man kasa.
Okay.
You can dedicate all your powers to the lawyers.
Okay.
Or no justice talk no pen statement last or kind of say. They didn't even allow her to go with her lawyers.
At the committee level.
At the committee level.
Facha Nnawotwe, good morning.
Hey, me no you me asun bien kan.
Hey, then I mean so ho na wo for sa na wo for mumia ha mame. Nana facha etie o.
Me da pa okay, so the voice for facha. Katolu ni ya be ma so di a on so bin shira kan sie mi so na nya be wi. Anyway, in ka national chairman, I think say the bola will be shower coaching. All the honorable consultant. Chandokta would be here. The American say a prosecutor or yakata too much. Papa who saw a disika as a one is and the chief justice. Oh, former chief justice, on can I come out to me?
Okay.
No, you have to put Mahmoud Baumia and from the corner, the S. Gracia. No, Sabah Canada, also to know Yaduma. Because I just honor too many kutanensa. And to when I
say hello, good morning. Abo, good morning.
Good morning. Oh, second day. Good run and this concerns are yet to bobo few on one. Oh, it's up to say, I know how you it's up to say. What do you sit in the next year? Inshallah. Hey, and I pay my midterm and regional minister Majida Kugu Ekma MP Papa Nobujma and I don't know about clean answer. Commissioner a project has started in the street light to work Ekma Papa started a wage man. Okay. Yabanabaro, Excellency General, what to ask Majida Yajma. It's up to say I better cry in here. Now, Popo Chief Justice, said you, Austin President and I'm Bishop, it's up to say. One why you know. One family condo no what the unit you are now will be to send a section 80. It's about to start every before. Yandam no way on one. What mismanagement of the economy. And then can we push Excellency John Draman Mama Orba? My end is here and
say Abai, good morning. Abai, good morning.
Good morning. On my phone now what is that? Abai
Boko, Patrol free.
The free Ashaman Zeni.
Matthew.
Yo, Mamimbo Mabasu, Naminchia Kenel Boa, Nanmut for Operating Director. Or you told your name up, or Boa say you go to Galamtia, CAP on my wing. On my for Asamo make catcher, many animal MPP for the say. At the interest, pan or more, your judicial system. I don't know Monia Brita Mamia. What about to do your judicial system? You put all. I am Latino. And now, look at a good MPP portrait. And the Obia Bafubonia appointing the support time or appointing 2028, 2008. Mammy was 2019 and appointing to me by a chief justice. And they have a Papa Bafubonia. And the interest no more a judicial system.
Okay. But I say, Abai, good morning. Aban, good morning.
Good morning, Yankasi. I'm watching you, Samankasi.
Hey, Sammy Fatchami, Sammy free.
Samankasi.
Okay, yet you.
Mamitia, everything. Now, Mestre, said OSP, attack can result. If you pass in your Ghana Harmony, who said, send them Tamaku, or not the same thing, essential, and sentence. And so, this for by a sister who was rather. Minions, Yabama City, no more, send them Tamaku, wonder, what I sent your sentence. Of course, if another road to the sea. As for my, as a little more Taki, remember the Demidentia, kind of and say, base condition of overwhelming, Mother Banner. Some would charge on here, and it's not human. What I say, because of my say, on bear with anti US government, then to Virginia, near charge on Cassia, big condition, and only a customer. Never saying this was said. No man can afford my man said 24 hours for the man. I won't remember it. Not going to put you man, and I say, Vincent Lumina, you can't know. Can go that I'm with me interview for which is someone like was you every other you with Nakata at Ghana. Yes, I wish a Vincent from Ghana.
But I say, me to be far of phobia, so with regards to Sednam tobacco, according to Dr. Dominic Ayeni, or so many American bumper for aiding it at home. Say you remember back to Ghana. Now obviously see the full rigors of the Lord, and probably that's her jail term, which is about 10 years. Yeah, the Emanisa Pacho. Yeah, wrap up name call.
Oh, time now watch and one chama one so much super. But we'll manage it.
Okay.
They're not me patch there.
Yeah.
Mamino and equal because not in some doors, but I just want to end by saying that Mamina and call ECOWAS court for nothing. There is something we call this in the African Charter on Human Rights, which we all signed to
it. Yeah,
that particular human right, court, who to me.
Yeah,
who say Omuko and Omuko and Omo rule.
Yeah,
rule and the people misinterpret the ruling to feel the substantive issue now, or no, friends and former Chief Justice the coin or no, no, so rule, but no. No case, and the reason why I'm ruling or dismiss that particular case, and there were two cases. One was to prevent or to stop the pending issue. Today, you have appointed new Chief Justice. Yeah. But already, you are swearing in as Chief Justice.
That one is gone.
So it's moot. Into that particular case, all the Guinness until a or no few almost we've dismissed it. And then the other one, dismiss it was the Attorney General application or also the COI.
Court any
jurisdiction.
Okay.
But based on the charter, Article 15 of the charter, Article 5 of the charter, Article 7 of the charter, it said they have jurisdiction over the human right, the right to work, the right for fair trial, and the right to be heard.
But
so those issues need to the substantive issue will be
Adom TV. This is Nnawotwe with Dr. Mpacho Tamaso.
Bikurum asante achem.
Okay.
Ekutiase. Amantena man. Matese nkrofo bi person mkoye galamsey wo ho.
Omunyai.
Ama kuruma ne se omom.
Munyai. Ne ka nyina se munyai. Mkoye galamsey ya
Kwesi kwa kama se
Tamaso kra fachem Dr. Fachem. Fachem. Eji wo mkoye galamsey o mse mo da munyai. Cause ne ha Adom TV background.